Time is filled with swift transition. Oh, now on earth who can stand? Oh, build your hopes on things eternal. When you are the hope to God's unchanging hand. When you are the hope to God. When you are the hope to His hand, to God. Well, you ought to build your hopes on things eternal. Well, you ought to hold to God's unchanging hand. Trust in Him who will not leave you. Oh, whatsoever you may bring. Oh, if by earthly friend forsaken, oh, still more closely to Him cling. Well, you ought to hold to God. Well, you ought to hold to God. Well, you ought to build your hopes on things eternal. Well, you ought to hold to God's unchanging hand. A covenant not this world ain't riches. Oh, that so rapidly decay. Oh, seek to gain your heavenly treasure. Oh, they will never pass away. Well, you ought to hold to God. Well, you ought to hold to God. Well, you ought to build your hopes on things eternal. Well, you ought to hold to God's unchanging hand. Well, you ought to hold to God. Well, you ought to hold to God. Well, you ought to build your hopes on things eternal. Well, you ought to hold to God's unchanging hand.
Amen. Way to sing God's holding on to God's unchanging hand. Cousin-in-law. Yeah. Amen. Amen. Are y'all together yet? Okay, Jerusalem. Come on.
All right. I'm waiting on these, but I'm going to sing anyhow. There you go. All right. Ananias. Ananias. Oh, tell me what kind of man Jesus Ananias. Ananias. Oh, tell me what kind of man Ananias. Oh, Ananias. Tell me what kind of man Savior. Oh, tell me what kind of? Oh yeah, oh yeah. He healed the sick, raised the dead. Put them hands together. Oh, tell me what kind of man Jesus. He healed the sick.